Stezo Radio is for adults only.
The Stezo Radio Show. The Stezo Radio Show. The Stezo Radio Show. The Stezo Radio Show. Well, it's that radio show where we go toe to toe. Hot topic dropping knowledge straight from Chicago. And it's our point of view. So tell me what you gon' do. Drop a line, don't be lying, trying to get with the crew. Cause we be talking them facts, exposing them fiction. Man, it's so real that we be causing some friction. Probably something you missing, ain't no need to be dissing. Just relax here and listen because we spitting and simping. The Stezo Radio Show, the Stezo Radio Show, the Stezo Radio Show, Stezo Radio Show, the Stezo Radio Show, the Stezo Radio Show, the Stezo Radio Show, the Stezo Radio Show.
Welcome back. Another episode of Stezo Radio. Now, in this one, I'm going to bring the topic up first because it's a pretty damn good topic. And the topic is the bitch word. I was told to say B word, but if I say B word, we ain't saying brave, we ain't saying bravo, we ain't saying bedazzle.
We saying too short.
Right. Is the bitch word ever okay to use towards black women or in the company of black women? That is the topic. We're going to get to the intros. Go.
This is Flint the Pimp. You can reach me at Shogun of the Shot or Flint_982 on Instagram.
You got Remy back in the building. You can holler at me on Instagram, Remy_SR.
Elena is back and happy to be here for this one.
It's that nigga back at the round table.
And that's nigga with an A, not an ER.
I love that shit, y'all.
And you got Lucky Luciano, Lucki. Luciano, you figure out how to spell it.
Snola Fox.
All right, this topic came up because we get a lot of inboxes. And thank y'all for the inboxes because we really do appreciate it. We get a lot of inboxes about the language we use. Now, before I turn into Stezo asshole, Stezo petty, this podcast is adults only. And with that being said, we use language that your kids shouldn't hear. So to the person who inboxed me saying that they was listening to the podcast in the car with their kids, that was a no-no on you. Because we're kind of diligent with saying adults only. Mm-hmm. And if adults only to you means your 7 or 10-year-old in the car can listen to this,
then you need to be called DCFS.
Yeah, that you can't really get bad at us. And then it came up because we were challenged to do a profanity-free show.
No,
it's not gonna happen. I saw that one. It's not gonna happen.
Now,
I understand how you feel.
Yeah,
but it's not gonna happen.
It sounded good, and me personally, I was saying no because we're not being who we are. We're not being men talking about subjects when men get together
and women.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not saying that grown people curse. I'm not saying that men curse. But when we get together, we're not,
It's a serious topic.
Yeah, you have you heard gosh golly on this show?
Ooh.
So we're not gonna say gosh golly. We're gonna say bullshit.
I was flabbergasted.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then I started saying, wait, are y'all saying we can't do a profanity-free show? And then I got slapped in the head again saying, I don't want to do a profanity-free show.
Look, when the Crown and the Yak and the Scotch is done,
still Glenlivet.
So it made me think of the B word in the terms of, the bitch word in the terms of how do you get offended? Now,
is it a term of endearment or?
Now, before we go too far, because I think the real reason it came up was because of an inbox we got where a listener was saying they were probably 2 to 20 seconds in on the episode that we did Know Your Role Part 3 Side Chick Rules. And the special guest we had, Jasmine, was saying how, hold on, let's stop with the bitch. You know, she felt offended by the word. Mm-hmm. Now, the inbox that came back with, I'm just going to sum it up. I'm not going to read it. because I don't want to have to go through the phone for all that shit. But the inboxer was saying, you know, that it gets on her nerve when females get offended when you know guys are not using it in the wrong way. You know, now we got replies to that, and one of the replies we got was, "She sounds so dumb, so stupid," because which they took it as you're okay with being disrespected. So you kind of see the levels of the word.
But that was Stezo. Just to point that out. No time during that broadcast were we ever disrespecting any female. You know what I'm saying? We were just talking in general, but the fact that it was a listener or two out there they felt that we were disrespecting the ladies is something different, because every lady that come on this show gets nothing but the utmost respect. You know what I'm saying? That's
very true.
Man, that's just it.
I mean, we're not pulling their chairs out, but
yeah. But let somebody say something. Let somebody say something to them out in these streets. Man, it is what it is. If y'all heard the podcast, y'all know I shoot first, ask questions last. That's just what it is.
Again, Flint is trying to get us indicted.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Stop it.
I believe in nonviolent protests.
Thank you, man.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter. We gonna march. We ain't gonna. I'm not gonna do that.
No, I'm not marching. My feet hurt. But go ahead.
So, like I was saying, it's for that listener who said that, you know, we were disrespecting the ladies that were on our show. Believe you me when I say this. The ladies on our show get more respect, honestly, because they come out here and they bare their souls than most motherfuckers. You know, so when we talk and we might say bitch this, they know other than the listeners in the, you know, that's out there, they know more than anybody else. We don't mean any disrespect by that.
Okay, let me explain the giggles.
Because I was trying to talk over the giggles.
Yeah. We're not laughing at what Flint the Pepper's saying, because what he's saying is true. It's true. It's serious. We're laughing at what's going on the outside.
Yeah.
And don't inbox saying this is why you need a video. No, just understand that's why we giggling.
Yeah, it is. This is Flint talking again. It's some funny shit going outside the circle that I was ignoring because I'm professional. So I was ignoring what was going on.
Yeah.
But others,
I was trying to be professional, but Lucky Giggle got me. Lucky Giggle got me.
I'm trying to be quiet.
Okay, now, not because it's the word bitch, because me personally, my term on the word is, I don't like using it because it's just harsh. You know, I don't like using it with fellas because it's like a man law almost. You know, like, you know, using the word with your fellas, even if you cool, it's just, I don't know. And I'm gonna tell you the truth. It's kind of how I was brought up. You know, my older cousins and uncles, if they heard me say it, it was kind of like, what you call him? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, that's a man.
That was different.
Yeah.
It was
you
different.
can't call a man a bitch.
Yeah.
That's fighting words.
Yeah.
What's the definition of a bitch?
Well, you know, we all know the terminology of the definition being a female dog in heat. But on the street,
A male or a female.
I think the street definition is different.
Yeah, see, understand.
And that's what I was saying, man. Like a male or a female. What are you asking? Like, man, are you asking for the female definition or the male definition?
The modern interpretation. I understand, like you said, we can go back to the origination and where it came from. But now, in the 21st century, what is the modern definition of a bitch? Because now it could be used. You got a TV show called Bitch and Kitchen. You know what I'm saying? It's a cooking show. You know.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bitch and Kitchen.
And it's not getting banned and no shit like
No,
that.
it's on the cooking network.
Yeah, literally, it's a concept called Bitch and Ride.
And now, if you realize, now that word isn't even censored throughout television. You can say bitch and it's fly.
But wait, how many people have you ran up to and called them bitching?
But see, that's what I was about to say.
And
Like I
bitching
said,
are two totally different
it's the
things.
modern interpretation. You know, so it's not. Sometimes it's used as the derogatory saying, and you can say it's how you say it or in the inflection of your voice, and you know, in the context of the sentence.
If you saying it to a guy, you're basically saying he's acting like a female. If you saying it to a female, if a female is saying it to another female, I think it's a term of endearment. it could be.
Well, see, here's my thought on that. I mean, it's all about how you use it, when you use it, and where you use it. I mean, like, if I sit here and we're arguing and I call you a bitch, I meant that in anger.
Right.
Now,
So you meant it to disrespect.
Yeah. Now, if I sit back and I say, yeah, that's my bitch over there. Like, yeah, that's my woman, lady friend over there. Yeah, that's my bitch. And I'm not but
But would you like your woman to overhear you say that to another nigga? Like, yeah, that's my bitch. Like, damn, could you think of a more loving word to, introduce me as then? That's my bitch.
There go my hoe over there.
But man, what I'm saying is, man, it's two different things. Like, I would never introduce a female that I'm with as my bitch. Period. Point blank.
Yeah.
No.
See, well, no, I understand something. Now,
I feel that shows the level of respect when you introducing them. It still shows love. You say that's my bitch, that's my hoe over there. Niggas know, that's just something he ran up on that ain't nothing.
No, but that goes back. That goes back to the last podcast, man. Because, like, man, if I'm talking to my female, my woman that I'm with, whatever, and they saying, man, and I have to come up and say that's my bitch over there, then I'm already on some disrespectful shit.
Okay, not even that. This is all I'm saying. Okay, that nigga. If we in the club together, I'm in there first. You walk in, you be like, damn, shorty over there fine as fuck. And I say, hey, that's my bitch. You're gonna take it as that's that nigga woman. I'm not touching her. That nigga said that's his bitch. That's he.
I would take it that way, but I would sit there like, why he say his bitch?
But you
I would
understand
say that. I would get what you said.
But you see what I'm
saying? I
saying.
would think you was saying it to disrespect her. I would just personally say, why do you use that word?
I understand.
She's my lady, my woman, my boo thing.
I'm not saying. I'm not saying
that's what the bitch I'm talking to.
But I get what you
But you understand what I'm saying, and that's why I say for niggas using it's a little different.
I don't.
Well, this is why I say it's a little different. When a nigga uses it, say, okay, that's my bitch. If a nigga come to me and be like, hey, girl over there, that's my bitch, I know, okay, that's his main. That's well, it might even be his main, but that's a motherfucker I can't touch. Because that's his bitch. You understand?
Basically.
That's your bottom hoe. That's your main one.
No, because you would have called him a bottom bitch.
No. Right.
There's levels to this B word.
The only proper time for a dude to use the word bitch
Wait a minute, hold on. I want to hear what Nola got.
is actually when he's trying to make a joke out of something to make it funny.
Right. Okay.
Give me an example
That's
of that.
it.
Give me an example of that.
Robin Harris. Robin Harris.
Oh,
Tell
yeah,
an
it's one of
ugly
the
girl,
greatest.
You say, I'm going anywhere. You can
Bitch,
tell
I'm
her,
going to the moon.
Bitch, I'm going to the moon. What made that joke funny was, bitch, I'm going to the moon. If he said, girl, I'm going to the moon, would you really laugh at it?
Yeah.
It's not funny. The only way a guy really should be able to use, the only, legit reason he could use it is to make a funny
but
joke.
we all know niggas that be like,
but if
that's
I
my
said,
bitch.
I get it.
I was gonna say,
But if that
be
doesn't make it right.
I was gonna say because
It still shouldn't be
if I
used
said
because
right now tonight in the night that we living in right now, bitch, we won the Powerball. Man,
I see
ain't none
what- I
of
see
these
it.
females right here gonna give a fuck what I said.
But that's different, though.
Bitch,
It's the
because
context.
won.
Yeah, you layering it on Powerball. They gonna hear Powerball over bitch.
Right.
But if you said, bitch, make me a sandwich.
Nigga gonna turn around and be like,
But even if you said,
But I'm finna say, wait a minute,
But
wait a
even-
minute,
but even
because
if you said-
man, a female might hear sandwich over the word
but
bitch.
no, even that you said,
no, I heard you say, bitch, make me a
Yeah,
sandwich.
because Powerball will trump
Powerball
sandwich.
mean we rich.
But
Right,
we're
Powerball
rich,
trumps.
Not necessarily.
But why wouldn't you say?
And we've all dealt
This
with
is
them.
all about a conversation
all-
of context. Like,
Right,
man.
and that's what it is. So wait,
Yeah,
Nola,
but
you've been
we've all
quiet.
dealt with them.
Hold on, Nola, you've been quiet. Is there any circumstance that a nigga would call you a bitch and it would not be offensive?
When I'm acting like one. I got called one by one of my guys one time. I was being a bitch.
But did
I
you,
didn't
but
get
did,
mad.
did he call you a bitch or say, hey, you acting like a bitch?
Hey, I was finna say,
Oh, no.
so yeah.
He said, bitch, I'm not talking to you. I laughed because at that time I was probably just being a jerk and
He's straight, right?
bothering
He's
him.
straight.
Yeah.
See, I have a thought
No, he
that.
was
Hey, can I ask you a question
He's
from a
never-
man-woman
He's
standpoint?
never. That was just it. That was that one time. But
I
you
just
know,
want to ask you from a
And that's the
question from
reason
a
why I know we see eye to eye.
man-woman
Goddamn,
standpoint.
if you acting like a bitch, I'm gonna call you out on it.
I was gonna say, but a man like me would say, you know what? You acting like a bitch right now, so I'm not finna talk to you.
I would actually I would probably be a little mad because I've never really had no man that I've dated call me a.
I wouldn't even say it then if she's acting like a bitch.
No.
I wouldn't say that.
I'm 100, nigga. If you acting like a bitch, I'm gonna call
But
you.
see, but see again, that
What
breaks
is
it down.
acting like a bitch?
But see again,
Apparently you
that breaks it
can.
down.
You said you was acting like
So
one.
I was-
And it goes back to the, like, I literally was
But if your
Wikipedia.
girl
on
call
them
Hold on,
niggas.
one at a time. One at a
If your
time.
girl call you tomorrow and say, you know what, man, you explain the same story,
And she said, bitch, you was tripping.
bitch, you was tripping. You not gonna be mad at her.
But it's all about the
Or
context.
she would
and
say,
where
man, you
that-
was really acting like a bitch.
Right.
You
She
not
would say
fin-
that. She's not gonna say to me. No friend of mine is gonna. We don't talk like that.
Well,
We
okay.
never talk
so,
like that.
so man, a friend of yours is gonna say, man, you was acting like a bitch
You,
at the
you
time.
deserved it, Nola.
Hey, real quick, I got an inbox. I should have showed y'all this one because you just did it, Lucky. Somebody said we should do a drinking game off the times that Lucky say man.
We'd all be fucked up.
I've never noticed he said it that much since he
Yeah.
said.
We'd all be fucked up 2 minutes in. We'd be drunk and the bottle be gone.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I
So-
digress.
So
Hey, you know how
I'm
many
asking her,
years
okay,
people been trying to get me off
check
track?
it out. How many times have you been referred to as a bitch, derogatory or not, male or female? I'm pretty sure it happens.
Like I said, I have some ghetto friends, so I have, like, some of her friends don't use that word, and sometimes, you know, I have one friend that, don't say that in my context. You know what I'm saying? They get offended. I have another friend, big girl, bitch. Do you know what happened, bitch? Girl, just
Right.
use it. You know you my bitch. You know what I'm saying? And
Bitch, don't be nubbing me.
I mean, man, that's like when.
so
man,
like I said, it goes all back to context. And then when I literally just Wikipedia'd it. It's not just the. It
has to be true now.
Being in heat of a dog, it was how they acted. It was their irrational behavior, being frisky, and all. Those other adjectives
Right.
that
So-
makes it along with having. Because she said, well, what is bitchy behavior? You know what I'm saying? What is considered
same thing
bitchy?
is, have you had niggas in the same context as those females use the
Say.
term bitch?
No, because one, I feel that when a man calls me a bitch, it's disrespectful. You know the term of it, and that means you don't got no respect for me. No, we ain't cool because I'm not a bitch.
Hold on.
would you rather that you be called a cur?
What is a cur?
A worthless dog.
Or
But the thing is, I'm neither
scallywag.
of those things. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, I'm not talking to you directly, but
Okay.
I'm saying instead of using the bitch word, like I just called you
No,
a cur.
let's just not use it at all. You know what I'm saying? But we do use it. It's in even as
But
the
it's
term
double
has
standard.
progressed and in the modern day modern culture and how
What
it
you're
is,
saying
it's
is a
used
double
as.
standard.
It's not necessarily. Yeah, it's a double standard. The same way white people can't say nigga and black people can't. A female can call another female a bitch and you can't. You not getting ready to call me a bitch and I'm gonna be okay with it.
But
Yeah.
but my thing is, if you're gonna say that, man, why can't I tell you acting like a bitch?
Why would
From
you
niggas'
even go that
perspective.
far?
Because it's the
NIGGA.
respect level. If you have respect for your woman, just be like, look,
Why would
you,
I go that far?
Yeah.
I don't
Hold
want you.
on.
I might be able to respect that. I still look at you a little crazy. Like, did you really just tell me I'm acting like a bitch? But guess what? I'm a woman and I know how the fuck I'm acting. And I know if I'm acting reactional and I'm having bitchy behavior, then I have to accept that and take it in there.
Let me ask you a quick question with the whole acting. If he said, "Hey, you acting out your body," can you accept that
Yeah.
better than you
Yeah.
acting like a? Okay.
So with that being
Like, you
said,
acting out
So the
character.
word-
You
so
don't
the-
really be acting like this
so
all
the
the time.
word
You
has
can
some
expect-
power behind it.
It has power.
so with that being said, the word bitch brings out the sensitivity of a person.
Sensitive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep.
Male or
There you
female.
go.
Yeah, but see, here's with that. Like, if a woman calls a man a punk,
It's the same thing.
it's
'cause
the
you
same
said
thing
punk,
as
sissy.
it being called a bitch.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is. Cause like,
But what if you call him a punk sissy? That's a different.
But if he acting like a
But
punk
that's-
sissy, you could call him that.
Again, but in the South, you call them bitch niggas.
But Lucky, let me ask you a question, Lucky. Do you think if you hear your girl say you acting like a punk versus you acting like a bitch, which term has more bite? I mean, honestly, which term has more bite?
Me?
Punk or bitch? And that's what I'm saying. That word gotta have some kind of power in it.
the word itself has power, but like if you think about it,
What I'm
like
saying
if you think of a punk, I mean, I don't know the definition of punk. Somebody Wikipedia real quick, but like punk to a man is the same word as bitch to a woman.
All right, let me ask you this then, Remy. If I say, man, stop punking out, but I say, man, stop bitching out.
Yeah, it's different.
Are you taking both words the same way?
Well, see, here's the thing with that. Like in the context of how you gave it out, you necessarily didn't call me a bitch, and you necessarily didn't call me a punk. Like I'm punking out because I didn't go up there and get that lap dance from that stripper. I'm bitching out because I didn't go over there and go do this.
Right.
Now you didn't say, nigga, you acting like a bitch, or like nigga.
Okay, well let's say I said that. You acting like a punk, and then I say you acting like a bitch. Which one
we're
am I
about to
going?
fight.
Right, but are we gonna fight off? See, you acting like a punk or a bitch?
It's still two different things.
You gotta get what I'm. You
I mean,
gotta get what I'm
I
going.
understand where you're coming from, but like the word coming punk from another dude is not as offensive as if
As
a woman,
bitch. That's
as
what
a
I'm
woman
saying.
calling you a bitch, and just like a man
you know
calling
what though?
a woman a bitch.
You know what though? Real talk. Females calling a male a bitch is the lowest form you could ever call a man.
And
I
why
feel
is
that.
that?
Period.
I feel
Why
that.
is that?
And look,
It's a bad word.
No. Why?
Yeah, like why do you feel that?
And the reason being is it
You
is
can't
because
really ask us that. You gotta.
No, you can ask me.
I'm
I'm
trying
gonna tell you why.
Because at that lowest point, it means that you are acting beneath even a lady.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You be acting. You're acting, and when I say a lady, I mean you are acting below a female at this point. Because when you call a bitch, when you really say, hey, female, you are a bitch. You are the lowest form, is what he's telling you.
But
You know what I'm saying? So when you call a nigga that is what you telling that man. He is the lowest form.
Those are fighting words.
It's not even.
He got big tendencies.
It's not even that he's calling you the lowest form of a female. He's
No,
calling
we're
you
not
a
calling
female. That's what bothers guys when he said.
We not
It's
call-
not the fact that
Yeah, because we relate
it's not the
bitch
fact-
to female.
He's
Let's be real.
calling you a female.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Like,
true.
those
It
are
doesn't
fighting
mean
words.
that he's
Coming
calling
from another man,
you. If he say you acting like a bitch, he's saying you're acting like a female.
It's true because if a man comes
That's
to you,
all it is.
You know what? That nigga, you were right.
Yeah.
Because
We get
let's say
so
something.
far ahead
If
if
a
y'all
man-
just remember that shit all the time.
Because real talk, that nigga, if a man say, hey, you acting like a bitch, and then another nigga say, hey, you acting like an upstanding female, you're gonna get offended both ways.
Right.
Wait,
Yeah.
I'm acting like an upstanding
It's the
female. What the fuck you trying to
thing.
say?
And like I said, because somebody's
acting like
telling
a
you acting
bitch.
like a
So,
female, it
you know what I'm
brings
saying
the
from now
sensitivity
on?
out. But
Nigga, you walking in stiletto.
but the people. but
Hey, you know what? You can't say that 'cause that's kind of hard to do.
But you know what I'm saying? Nigga, you
I
walking
seen
in
females
stiletto.
bust
sir.
their shit in
But
stiletto.
like I said, it brings a sensitivity
You
out
move on.
because you'll have a female that'll say,
Louis.
you have a female that'll argue with her guy and
Uh-huh.
say, oh, call him a bitch or whatever. And the dude say, I'll be that bitch then. It brings out the sense. If you're not sensitive about the word,
Yeah.
it doesn't bother you.
All right, I'm gonna flip
That's
it
all
again.
it is.
I'm gonna flip it again because a lot of the men here have daughters.
Yep.
You sitting there, no. I'm saying you sitting at Thanksgiving dinner. Your daughter been married to her husband for who knows, 2 months, 2 years, 10 years, and he say, "Hey, bitch, fix my plate."
I'm shooting that nigga.
I'm shooting this ass.
But you see where I'm coming with
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
But you know what though? You disrespecting me in my house. I don't get it.
But
You
again-
literally are.
but again, that rolls off as delivery of how the word was
I
presented.
don't give
But that
a
was-
fuck.
that's what I'm saying, but that was all
nigga delivered
positive.
shit with roses and a balloon.
No,
nigga.
but you're missing
That
what
nigga's
I'm
getting
saying.
shot.
But again, like if he would have said, "Hey, baby, make my plate," it would have
But
been
he didn't
cool.
say baby.
No, he didn't
He
say
said,
that.
He said,
Hey,
hey,
bitch, make
Look.
my plate.
Ain't no way
And-
my daddy gonna be in the room and
Listen.
no nigga call me a bitch
Listen.
and they ain't
Listen,
getting ready to
rules
get
are
checked.
rules.
Wait a minute. My BM could call my daughter a bitch and that motherfucker getting the shot. Nobody on this planet is going to call my daughter a bitch.
So again, when you feel that way when it comes towards your daughter,
What make you think?
does it make you think twice about using it?
But that's the reason why I don't really use that term like
Right.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because of the fact that, look, I'm a male pretty much like most males here that grew up either around all sisters or a female or a single, you know what I'm saying, family upbringing. So that term for me is almost 99% of the time almost always derogatory. You know what I'm saying? So it's very rare that I use it. But you know what though? How I don't use it
What
that
you say?
much.
What you
But
say?
you use it a lot.
I come on, Dola. When I'm talking about
We talking about
the
bitches.
bitches, they are true bitches. Like literally the shit that I say to y'all, the motherfuckers that I call bitches,
Thank you.
I will call them bitches to their face and they know it
Thank
and they
you.
will honor that. Because that's what I'm sorry. The world is not
'Cause
perfect.
they
There
bitches.
are bitches in this
And let's
world.
be
Male
honest.
and female.
And let's be honest.
Yes.
You can't be a pimp without saying the word bitches, right?
Flint the pimp.
But those that I use that term with, it's not like I'm sitting here and I'm saying, okay, this bitch here, and then when she get in y'all face, I'm like, oh, this lovely lady here. No, that same bitch is
still a bitch.
She's still a bitch. Because at some point in time, more than
She was a
once,
bitch to
on
me.
more than occasion, she has
a bitch to
shown
me.
that she's a bitch. If you are a bitch, then you have to accept that.
What
The
did
fact
she show you that
She's a female.
it's not the fact that she's just a
You're
female.
not.
It's not, you're right. Officer, it's not the fact that she's a female.
Nola, have I ever said, or even in any podcast, that you know what, Nola act like a bitch. She's a bitch.
You just told me that earlier.
Wait a minute. Officer,
No, I
You
haven't.
said what? What? Wait a minute.
I was like, oh, really? Really now?
I've heard but good things about Nola.
Saying you late. You've never ever heard anybody say, or hey, Flint said, you was acting like a bitch, you was a bitch, you've never heard that.
Never.
Really?
That's
Exactly.
because I'm not that way.
But, and that's what I'm
But even
saying.
if-
If the shoe fits,
Nigga, bye.
But again, it goes back to what we were saying. Even if you was acting like a bitch, we so cool with you that it could be like, man, I can pull you to the side and say, man, you acting like a real bitch right now. Calm down.
now if you said that, would you find that offensive?
If it was coming, you know what I'm saying, like I said, if it was coming for friends, but at the end of the day, I wouldn't. I'm not a bitch type person like that to people. But for the conversation's sake, like yeah, I feel like you're not trying to harm me. You know, we peoples. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I might be acting out. I might be drunk. I don't see myself. Like yo, you coming off a little hard. You know, back down a little bit.
So what you saying?
But
is
you
therefore
would,
it comes from.
you would tell me, man. So
no, I'm not gonna lie. I would look at Lucky crazy like this. You really like? Are we cool? Like you know?
But wait a minute. When you said that though, would it make you reflect? Okay, if this nigga actually said I'm acting like a bitch, maybe I am. Let me take a step back.
I feel say,
I'm all about self-evaluation.
I was gonna say,
A lot of
man,
people
man,
are.
but at the end of the day, can I call you tomorrow and be like, hey, we need to get up? Point blank, period.
But see, that's what she's saying. It's obviously it comes from who says it to whom. Basically, like if you.
But she is the type of woman.
Yeah.
She is the type of woman that will tell me, like, man, you know what? When you told me I was acting like a bitch last night, it really made me feel some type of way.
Right, because it made
Am
her
I
reflect.
right? Am I right or wrong?
But that's what she was saying. She said if somebody who is in her inner circle says it, she might take a step back and like, well, maybe I was acting the type of way.
No, see, peep game for a second. Like, if I would have walked in the studio tonight and I would have said, hey, what up, my bitches? Now,
Yeah, that would have caused the issue.
that
I mean,
would've
let's
been
be real. That would have
offensive.
caused the issue.
That would have been
And you
offensive.
cool with all the women here.
No, but just ask. No, but he asking y'all. If he came in like, what up, my bitches?
That's offensive.
How would you feel about him saying?
I would have turned around and looked at him like, really? That's what we on today? That's how we started?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Really?
That's-
Not a lot. Really?
That's offensive.
Yeah.
She said, I'd have lost it then.
And
So I'd have got him like, what the fuck?
And he probably, had a smile on his face when he said it. But that's what I'm trying to bring to the power of the word.
Like I say,
That word got some power
But
behind
see,
it.
but
Yeah,
it still
it does.
comes to the context of when and how when you do use it. I'm not saying that the word is the proof, but if you're acting like a bitch, you're gonna get called one.
But you know what though? In the same
But-
text, if any of these females walk down here and be like, what up, niggas? We'd be
But
like, what
again-
up? You know what I'm saying? It's
But again, we have
Hold on.
we have all established that if any of these females right now was to walk down here and be acting like bitches. Man, I could pull her to the side. You could pull her to the
You
side.
pulling nobody to the side.
Well,
nigga.
first of
Man.
all, y'all need to
Man.
stop messing around with those bitches, okay?
But-
I feel that I don't even know you all that well, but I feel like you're a nice, educated, you know what I'm saying, black woman. You got your stuff together. So, you know, I'm not going to come down her. Okay, hey, how you doing? What up, bitch? You know, what's going down? Like, that's...
Yeah, but at the same
That's
time-
wrong.
But
At the end of the
same
day.
end of it, if like again, like I gave the scenario walking in and said, "What up, bitches?" Now, if the ladies came downstairs and say, "What up, punk ass niggas?"
I'm going to look at them crazy. Like, who the fuck
You're
you talking
gonna
to?
feel different.
Yeah.
Because like
Yeah.
again, the punk and bitch, they actually are the same thing, depending on.
I don't think it's the same. I
No,
don't think it's
one
the
is
same.
worse than the other, but I feel
But
what you're saying.
I see where you're coming from in the it's a negative term.
Right.
I agree with that.
Using it at.
Now I want to give a shout out. You know, I feel bad for doing it on this show, but we real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was with that nigga. We stopped by this little spot. He was like, I got a friend that, you know, do the cooking thing. Now, the way we do it here is you don't get shout outs unless we like your shit.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why y'all can always, I ain't saying vouch, but go by what we say if you want to take a chance. Now, it's a female. That's why I feel bad saying it now on the
Right.
bitch topic, but I think that make it more real. You know what I'm saying? Now, she has a company. She is a personal chef. When I say personal, she doesn't work for one person. But when I say personal, she will come to your crib and hook your ass the fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
Guilty pleasures.
Right. See,
All
Flint
the
already
time.
know. 'Cause
All day, every
we've
day.
been bragging on the food. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you want to get in touch with him, because I told him, hey, we gon', we got a small podcast.
We gotta plug our people.
Right, we want to plug our people.
Hey, that goddamn chef.
Right. So we got www.guiltypleasureschef.com. And if you want to get more info, just follow us on our social media networks, Stezo Radio, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can hit us up at yahoo.com, gmail.com.
And she will take care of you.
Right. Now, the way they do it is they do the whole personal thing, but, and again, oh, Lord, they broke a bottle.
Oh.
Wait, was it the good bottle or the okay bottle?
It's a good bottle.
Oh, Lord, they broke the good bottle.
Alcohol abuse.
They broke the good bottle.
Look at those low rates. Shit is over.
And it was all me.
Hey, look. That nigga bought the bottle. That nigga broke the bottle.
And that's with a A,
Not a ER.
But he's a breaker today. But again,
Broke
like I
that
said,
bitch. ER. Breaker. ER.
if you want to hit her up, she does Thanksgivings.
Oh, man.
She told me she does Christmas.
Hey, I
and
had
y'all
a
know
fried turkey from her. That holy shit.
a whole turkey.
A whole fried turkey.
Yes, I wasn't there that long.
Woo.
A whole turkey?
Man, son.
I just sampled some of the butter.
Yeah.
Wait, the butter that fine?
Man, we ain't.
Because I didn't get the butter.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, we got Valentine's Day around the corner,
Yep.
and I'm trying to hook y'all up. Right, I'm trying to hook y'all up.
Yeah.
If y'all can't
And
hook
she
it
can
up for
make
your
that
lady,
happen. And she
or
can
you
make
can't
that
hook it up for your men,
all day long.
Don't hit them up.
Chef Lucky.
They got nice prices too. You can't beat that. I know it's tax season. Y'all gonna ball till y'all fall.
Wait.
But
Fake it till they make it, nigga. Like,
Wait,
hey.
Stezo, you know what the sweet part about it is? They deliver, son.
I ain't even get that information.
They deliver.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so sweet.
Yeah, they deliver.
It is so sweet.
So again,
Man, look, real
that's
talk.
a shout out.
Females and men that's out there, I have had Chef Lucky deliver me a whole meal. That's swear to God, they thought I cooked it, son. It's off the chain. I mean, a whole meal. Everything.
But and again, I feel bad for saying. But back to the bitch work.
please.
Yeah,
Back to the topic.
Bitches get cooked.
yeah.
But bitches can cook.
Right, and don't go in there calling her a bitch. She's a chef.
Yeah.
She's good with
No, I mean, man,
Spit in
she,
your room.
she,
They call
no,
her bitch
it ain't
like
only
you
she'll spit in your food, she'll knock your ass out and then leave.
Not even that. She gonna hit your ass with the fucked up part of the blowfish. Your ass gonna be dead in a week. Dead 3 hours. You didn't even know.
Alright, as that nigga cleans the glass that he broke,
That nigga
I'm not
with
gonna-
an A, not an ER.
Y'all
And I'm-
niggas fucking around. Y'all gonna be walking to the ER.
Hey, we ain't break the bottle, son.
now I want to ask y'all this because we keep bouncing with the bitch and the nigga, bitch and the nigga. Now, my feeling is this. I think nigga is more of a term that was used by them people to degrade us.
Yeah.
Do you feel that bitch has become a word or a term to degrade the black woman?
Yes.
I didn't say the black
I
woman
think
because
all
I was
women.
about to say it's a lot of white bitches out there. You know what I mean? They
I
call
know,
them a lot of white bitches.
Yeah,
but it's targeted towards us. I feel.
Yeah. I think men use it more towards women of color than they would another race.
What do you mean? I would call her a white bitch.
I
But
think so.
A white guy be quick in the argument to be like, "You black bitch," versus saying
that is true.
calling a
Yeah.
woman.
Well, since I've never dealt with a white
Because
man in a
he's trying to
relationship, I have
degrade
to
you.
Right.
Right.
It's a right.
He's trying to
That dude
degrade
was just
you.
dating.
Right.
Yeah, but that motherfucker's
And
mean.
again, and that goes back to what
But
I
at
was
the
saying.
end of the day,
where
whether it's black,
I might tell you acting like a bitch, but there's different things between you're acting like a bitch and you're a bitch.
No, but the thing was, he was saying like, is it more so used for the black woman? And I think so. I think if you
Yeah,
Google
it
it,
is.
Yeah.
yeah,
It is.
it is.
So then let me ask you this, Nola. If you're in a situation where you are in, I don't necessarily say a club scene, but you're just in a scene where there are multiracial, multi-different cultures, and is it more offensive for the black male to call you a bitch, or is it more offensive for the white woman to call you a bitch? Like,
You know, let's just say the black person or white person.
right, you know what I'm saying? The
Yeah,
black
that's
person
a
or the
good
white
question.
person. You know what I'm saying? Like which one is really hits a nerve?
They're both gonna hit a nerve, but at that point, it is gonna be the person who's not of color that's gonna.
Are you a unicorn?
where, oh, this white man just called me a bitch, or this white woman just called me. Oh,
Right.
it has to be racial. They didn't
Exactly.
do
Yeah.
because you, like I said, I don't think that it is more
No,
racial.
baby,
I think it's
unicorn.
all bitch is a derogatory term. Period. Black, white, Asian. You go up and call any woman a bitch. You gonna turn around and get smacked. You know, walk anybody in Walmart.
Not
you
necessarily.
bitch. What? Everybody's gonna get upset. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Not
At
necessarily.
the end of the day.
Hey, look, I've been to Florida.
But then, once again, it's a cultural thing too, because the young white girls now,
I'm
you know,
just
you out
saying.
on the club and you on the dance floor, you know, it's spread, bitch, 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 and the same way I've had the white people do it, because the females, it's very in their language now, you know what I'm saying? And we out on the dance floor, you dancing, bitch. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm not that cool when my black girlfriend do it, so I'm really ain't cool when call me a bitch.
Go ahead, Remy.
Ooh, I got one for y'all. Alright, so as of that we're having sex or doing the next, and I say bitch, get it popping, like
Right, okay.
you might be balls and knee deep all up in whatever we got going on, and I say like, bitch, you doing that thing, or bitch hitting that, a bitch,
Right.
like
So-
is that offensive while we're having sex, or is it just that I was using it in a term of endearment because of the moment of what we were doing?
I've never had that happen to me before.
So you've never
You gonna know off back if that's something your woman like, and if it don't, the first
Right.
time it come out, it'll never come out
Not
again.
again.
Bitch, don't call me no
Right.
sex. Why? No bitch. While I'm on top of you, I got a little offended. You know,
Okay,
it's
so
sexy to
wait.
me.
Okay, so I just want to get this straight. So if a nigga is throwing it down and he be like, "Damn, bitch, this shit is fire."
I'm
Y'all
never-
don't see it like a little bit of like,
That's
aw.
different.
You know, you with
It's
the
the
oh, you with the
context.
oh.
It's the delivery.
You don't get the all.
I mean, you ain't getting the all.
Okay.
Cause I'm like, you tried to do that on purpose, shouty. Slid that
You
in.
know, like in a
I-
situation like, man, the motherfucker been in long strokes you out, and like you getting it how it's supposed to go down. Like you be like, bitch, I'm in this shit. Like, bitch, I'm in it, and you be like,
You know what, Remy? I'm gonna piggyback off yours, and I'm gonna give you another one because I've seen this.
I know what
You
you
know-
just said. Call me a bitch, why you fuck her? I
let's
mean, I'm just saying.
say y'all in a situation, and this is going off a previous podcast we did, but let's say y'all in a situation and he defending you, and the motherfucker he defending you with getting louder and louder, and he says some shit like, "Nigga, I said back the fuck up, cause that's my bitch."
You know what?
Do you say, hey, don't call me that?
Nope. We gonna handle that later on. But I'm gonna let you handle
You gonna
that.
stop calling me a bitch out in public, but you handle that situation.
Okay.
So now you gonna chew your man out when he trying to defend you.
Yeah, because they gotta learn that, hey, baby, I'm not cool with that word. You know what I'm saying? It's a
I'm about to
respect
get my ass
level.
whooped.
No. But you know what though? I honor that. I honor that and respect that. If you gonna say, don't call me a bitch, say don't call me a bitch 100% of the time.
Right.
Don't sit back and say,
sometimes.
right, sometimes. I feel y'all and I respect that.
Hold on.
I respect
Hold on, man. We in the club. It's about to go down.
No.
And I say, man, that's my bitch over there. And like, you type me on the show. I'm not no bitch.
No, you not saying.
And I'm gonna look back. And I'm gonna look back and I'm like, bitch, you crazy. I'm defending you right now. Hold on. And then I get knocked out. You got to get me caught. And it's like, do I still get my dick sucked on the way home? Because I got knocked out for defending you, but I called you a bitch?
No, listen to what they said though, Ribby. They said that they wouldn't say shit to you about saying bitch till after the situation was done.
Y'all at home. I'm not going out for you. I can't believe you called
But
me
it
a
don't
mom.
matter. It don't matter that you waited. You still had an issue.
Right, you had an issue.
But I was
don't
out
matter.
defending your honor.
It don't
'Cause I should
matter
let
that
this
you
nigga
waited.
scrape
So
you.
what?
It don't.
What's your
but
point?
the
No, because-
point is, he asked, "Would you get offended?"
And she
You
got
said
offended.
no. But I'll talk about it later. The point is, you would get offended.
And then
So
emotions-
regardless that you waited 2
emotions
hours
come
to
in.
bring it up,
Because wait,
you
just
got
like,
offended.
You know what? I put
So?
it. Look,
Yep.
That was the question.
And then looking like this, emotions come
Yeah.
in, and
Yeah.
he's talking to
That
a
was
man
exactly
now.
the
Right.
question.
So on a man level, he letting him know. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this
That's
is my
my bitch.
bitch. Get
So-
out her
and-
fucking
and-
face.
and it's-
what they
I
say.
may not say nothing. I may be like, I like how you slap that bitch in.
And it's-
you know,
Because you gotta ask yourself a question though. Okay, let's say that let's say that the roles were reversed. If your female is getting into it with another female, she's like, man, that's my punk ass nigga.
See, that's dirty though. Why you gotta just say that's my nigga. Why you gotta dump her in the punk ass?
Because we already established that nigga and bitch is totally different. We already established that.
But you got
We
the
did.
punk part.
Nigga, because punk, when we say punk is equivalent with
Hold
bitch.
on, Flint. I
No,
got
it
one
isn't.
better for
No,
you.
it isn't.
I got one. Hold on, I got one better for you. Y'all same situation, but it's reverse. Female defending her man, and she say, "Bitch, get off this. This my bitch."
What?
Do you feel the derogatory? Right.
At that point in time, hey, I'm nobody's bitch.
I'll be on other bitches' side.
Hold on. Right. I don't give a fuck if this bitch is ready to scrap. No.
Hold on, wait. Did you just call me a bitch?
Right, in the middle of the fight.
Called me a
Wait,
bitch.
break this shit up.
You called me a bitch?
Beat her ass. Beat her ass.
You look dead at her and you say, "Ho, did you just call me a bitch?"
But
That way you did disrespect her.
I'm going back to the power of that word towards the
Yeah.
male.
But honestly,
From a
I think,
female.
like I said, I think it fucks with dudes because they're being labeled as a female.
They label
when
as
they're
pussy.
saying that.
Real talk.
But
So it shows weakness.
I think right.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I think the whole.
You don't think it
female
shows
thing-
weakness?
No, it's just the fact that you're acting like a female. If we say it to a female, she's already a female, so it's degrading to her because she's lower than the female.
She's already a female.
No, I mean because you calling the dude looking at it as you calling me acting like a female. You said to a
so you
you said to a female. You said to a female. You said to a female, she's gonna be like, she's already a female. So like you said, now it's below. Like Flint was saying earlier, you know, it's like below a female.
But when you say it like that nigga, aren't you saying that, hey, you already bottom, so you should be used to the bottom?
In a sense, yes, I am.
Wait. So
Because the word bitch, I'm saying when you say bitch, you think of female.
it's true. So if someone be like, hey, this is my bottom bitch.
No, I'm not even
I'm just saying.
See, that's that flip. That's
But see,
flip.
that's that pimp terminology.
But
Flint
See,
the pimp.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
your bottom bitch gets more respect than other bitches.
No,
That's
what I'm
just
saying.
Hey, I used that term
What I'm
before, so
saying-
I'm not.
Look at that.
You got bottom bitches?
But I'm saying, let's.
Wait a minute. Real talk. Before that nigga, we got females that got bottom bitches in here. So enough respect given.
But let's keep it level.
I'm texting them now.
Like I said, let's keep it level.
All your bottom bitches?
Like I said, let's keep it level.
Tell them I want to be on top
got-
tonight.
If a dude call you a bitch, you're really upset because he's saying you're a female.
Yeah.
If you call a female a bitch, she can't be upset because you calling her a female.
Right.
You calling her
The
something.
lowest grade of
There you
female.
go.
That's what I said.
That's
It's a
all
difference.
it is.
Hold on, I gotta raise my hand this because technically I've heard that females get mad when you call them females.
And you know what? We got
Mad
inbox.
when you call them a female, if you know
You would not believe we got inboxed on that. That all of a sudden, because I use female a lot. Like I use Playboy and Playgirl habitually, but I was told that using the term female is degrading now.
You know what else I heard?
I don't know because I'm
happy to be a female.
Well, see, just think about it. Me
You acting like a female right now, Flint.
That's that whole burning of the broad.
This is the thing with me. I use the word broad in order not to say bitch a lot, and I heard that that's degrading.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Broad, bitch, cunt, trick, skank, they all degrading.
Skank. I didn't skank in my life.
I didn't get them all out.
Still cool.
No hoe, no whore.
What about scallywag? Because I love scallywag.
They all
A bald head is scallywag.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, man,
So if I'm talking to my guy,
She took 80%
and let me
of my
ask you
But
this.
as man talk, I'm not around you.
But let me ask you this, because because it's the same thing on every level, and that's what you're saying.
No.
Well, no, I
Yeah.
would say, like,
No,
okay,
you
I
all
understand
talk when
men
we're
talk.
not there.
But yes, I would like you to respect me even behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? Don't be
So
calling me
I'm not
bitches
gonna
and
say,
skanks. But hey, I
I'm
know
not
that's
gonna
not
say.
gonna happen. Y'all
So
men talk.
this
you know what I'm saying?
woman,
But y'all man talk.
this beautiful woman allowed me to get my ass knocked out at the club last night.
So wait. So let me say this. So what I would say is, okay. So if I say in the same lines of Lucky, okay, I'm out with this broad and we get into it, and this chick, I didn't say bitch. So
I'm okay with that.
you see what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I'm out with this broad, and
hung out with a bunch of men.
And man, I got into it with this dude and his lady, and this broad didn't even have the audacity to say shit to the, you know what I'm saying, to the bitch that was talking shit. Now,
So the broad ain't had the audacity to tell the bitch that she was out of order.
because that was that nigga's bitch. It wasn't my broad.
That's
It
some
was that
skanks
nigga's
for you.
bitch.
That's some skanks for
Is that with an E-R or A?
Man. No.
So
'Cause that's them dirty ass broads for you.
and that's what I'm saying, and that's why I'm like, okay, it's such a thin line, because, and I understand, and I don't want to sit back and be stereotypical and say female got all these emotions, but it's a thin line of what you can say. You trying not to be derogatory, but at the same time, you're not trying to be upright. You weren't acting upright, so therefore you don't need to have that level of respect if you're not.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? If you're not on that.
Okay, again, I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
Oh boy.
Would you tell your daughter, pumpkin, princess, baby, it's okay when a man calls you a bitch?
No, why would you use the word pumpkin first?
Right, exactly.
If a man calls you a bitch.
No, you don't have me and I with you know
Right.
you don't have me and I with
When you
without
say
without
pumpkin,
doing.
I'm going to my 8-year-old kid.
And you
But
know
that's
what
what
you
I'm
just
saying.
said? You gave your child that power at 5 years old. Baby, don't never let nobody call you a bitch.
Because that's how we
ain't
bring it
right.
up. Yeah.
That's not right. So it just goes
Officer, I
the
still
power
call my
behind the word.
18-year-old
You've been
pumpkin
taught
face.
since you've been ingrained. That's a bad word. You don't say that. You don't learn till you're about 8 or so why it actually is a bad word. But
Hey,
you know,
damn, you was in the cuss words early. shit. Like, damn.
But y'all get where I'm kind of going, because I mean,
Yeah.
if you bring your daughter up not to accept it, you know,
Okay.
like they
Look.
say, every woman is somebody's daughter.
Yeah, and this is the thing. And that's what we were talking about, Inglewood, and you know what I'm saying, man.
Inglewood?
You know, and my BM. My
Hey,
BM has
hold on, before you, can you explain to everybody that Inglewood in the shot is not spelled with a fucking E?
Oh my God.
With an I.
It
Yes,
is
that
not.
shit irritates.
It is an I.
Oh, with an
son.
I, right.
It's with an E.
Right.
Oh no,
No, it
okay.
doesn't start with an E.
Right, no, he said that. I'm like, wait.
I said it wrong.
A lot of people outside of Chicago think Inglewood start with an E. And
Yeah, like the
No,
West
that-
Coast. So I said it wrong.
I mean, they start with E, but you know what I'm saying.
I said it wrong. I said it wrong. You know what I'm saying? That shit
So-
gets on my nerve.
This is the point. And number one, don't listen to the media. Inglewood is not like the worst part. They really say that Inglewood is the worst part of Chicago. It's honestly it's bad, but it's
It is.
not.
Would you live there
It's
today?
bad.
I would.
Man, shit, I got people that still do it.
No, I said, would you live there?
I did.
No,
No, but
would you
today,
live
would you
there
live
today?
today?
Fuck yeah, with the shit I got, fuck yeah, I live there.
See,
Because of the shit you got. You got an arsenal.
Actually, I'm not living there. I ain't gonna need to lie to you. I got away from the
But
niggas
this
for a reason.
But this is the thing about it.
And the
Okay,
bitches, too.
Okay, wait. Let me tell you something. outside of Remy's input, man, the Shy and Inglewood is not that fucking bad.
I agree.
The media make this shit seem like if you walk down the street of Inglewood, your ass is bound to get shot.
Yeah, you're right.
Between this
You're
block
right.
and this block, it's not like that, man. I hate the fact that they build up Inglewood to just be the lowest fucked up, man, part of the city that, nigga, they literally make Inglewood seem like the fucking Terror Dome.
Yeah, but
like, nigga, it's Mad Max out there.
Like, we're in Chicago, so Inglewood is Compton of goddamn it, you know.
Yeah, of Los Angeles. You're right. You're right.
It's that bad. That's what I'm saying.
No. I'm saying how they see it. You know how we saw Compton back in the 90s?
Right.
They
So,
see
like, that's how they
Inglewood like
see
that.
Inglewood, I would say it's like Austin. Austin that West Side got Inglewood.
But they
And
don't
that's
get
what I'm saying, but
news
they don't
like
get
Inglewood
news.
do.
And no, look, that's what I'm saying. Like, the West Side is probably way worse than Inglewood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But according to the media, Inglewood is just, holy shit, you can't drive down the damn block in Inglewood without getting shot at.
That's because the motherfuckers
I
expanded
can.
Inglewood.
So, this is the thing about it. And I go back to say this. My daughter and my BM, born and raised in Inglewood, okay? My BM has a problem with the way she communicates with people, because growing up in that society, you just you an ignorant motherfucker.
Okay, so
wait, and this is what I'm getting to the point. The fact is that she talks to my daughter like she like, man, because she ignorant, and I have to check her all the time. Like, listen. Now, she never called my daughter a bitch because she knows she go with two black eyes. I'm not on that. But she will talk out of pocket to her. And I'm trying to explain to her that you talking out of pocket to a teenage or even a small female child, she will think that language is okay.
Acceptable.
You know what I'm saying? That it's cool if my mama talk to me and call me an ignorant motherfucker and tell me shut the fuck up. You know what the fuck
you call you
about.
bitch over and over. She
You know what I'm
gonna
saying?
accept it.
They're gonna accept that shit. And that's the reason why I say my daughter's not gonna accept the term being called a bitch. She's not gonna accept the term, you know what I'm saying, being called out of her name, because I instilled in her that, look, no matter what environment you're in, no matter what other motherfuckers are calling you, that is not you.
Now, with that in mind, I understand what everything you just said, but as of community of where you grew up at, like, yeah, people talk a certain way of where you live. They're not talking the same way in the suburbs. They are talking
they're
in
worse.
the city.
Literally, listen to me. I go to these motherfuckers' houses every day, and I go to these bitches' houses, and I say bitches because I'm gonna say no. I say bitches because this. I go into these white bitches' houses, and 15 of these bras in there, and all I hear is bitch, bitch. Bitch, bitch, and I'm like,
but listen to what I'm saying.
Y'all motherfuckers is 12 and the mama's in the kitchen. Like, if I hear it, you hear it. How are you allowing your 12 and 13-year-old daughters and friends calling each other's bitches and shit?
But in the same
KO.
But in the community of where you grow up at, depends on how you really talk.
Nah, period.
I don't think it has to do with your community.
No. I mean, no, like depends.
It's your environment that you grow up in.
You know what, though? Not really, because I know one of the dudes that grew up in Inglewood is the nerdiest, won't curse mother, and he grew up around killers, drug dealers, and thieves. That's all he know. But yet and still, that dude won't curse. He bring in everybody groceries on the block.
But see, and then that's when we go into choices. But you can't tell me that your environment that you grow in does not play a part into how you speak.
But
and how
it's
you
two
act.
things about your environment. Regardless, it's two things about your environment. Either you are going to grow up to be a follower and follow everybody around you, or you're going to grow up to do the opposite.
Exactly. And
it's the same thing with an abusive parent relationship. If you a kid and your father's abusing your mother, it's only one of two ways you're going to grow up. You're either going to grow up abusing whoever you be with, or you're going to grow up never laying a finger on anybody because you've seen the hurt. So
but that goes to your decision making.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. It's not necessarily your environment. Your environment is either gonna make you be the same, or it's gonna make you react differently. I'm a child that I reacted differently than everything I saw around me, and that's the reason why I'm here with y'all today. Because my environment, if it was up to me, growing up where I grew up and doing everything around me that everybody else was doing, I'd either be dead or in jail, or I'd be El fucking Cachapo right now.
Well, let me ask y'all a question. Let me ask y'all a question then, off environment. If you grew up where your mother got called bitch on the regular and she accepted it with a smile, do you think that you would look at the term as it's not that demeaning?
Of course you would. Until you meet that one female that sets you straight.
Put you in
so
your
if
place.
you don't, then yeah, you're gonna grow up.
Actually, it doesn't have to be a female until you
But
meet that
right.
one individual.
Right, that one
puts
individual.
you
Right.
in that
but if
place.
you never meet that person, you're gonna grow up thinking calling females bitches is cool.
Because you think that female and bitch are the same, though.
You thinking it's a term of endearment?
No. I'm saying your mother, she got called that when
Right.
Pops was pissed, Pops
Right.
was happy,
Right.
whatever.
And that's what I said, you gonna
kind of
think that
relate
it's
the two.
just-
That
Right.
He said,
a
"Bitch,
female
make me a
is a
sandwich."
bitch. Yeah,
Right.
female is a bitch.
But I can
Think
be on
about
the
it.
phone with a
Oh shit, nigga,
female.
where you come from?
Yeah, he was asleep.
Goddamn right. No. I can be on the phone with a female and man, and the female can be like, well, man, I'm gonna call you back because that bitch want to talk about something. Period, point blank. Like, man,
Are you saying she don't stick up for the female you call the bitch?
no, she just calling the bitch a bitch.
Okay, I'm lost.
I mean, like I said,
Yeah,
man, there's
a little
a
bit.
difference of the term of when, like, again, I'm gonna go back to that.
Because
reading and
females
how you
use the word loosely.
True. Go ahead, Remy.
No, like I was just saying, there's just a time and a place of when you do use the B word
The
or
bitch word, yeah, bitch, yeah.
But I mean, in an argument, yeah, it's offensive. If I say, yeah, you know what, that's my bitch over there, not offensive, but yeah, that's my bitch over there. Now, at the same hand of it, I mean, it's offensive if I say, well, you know what, you acting like a bitch right now, you acting like a bitch, you acting like a bitch. All offensive. Everybody should be offended.
All right. Before we wrap up, I'm gonna let everybody go around the table and say, after this discussion, you know, I don't think this is like the most powerful I have a dream speech discussion, but after this discussion, do you feel that you may change your outlook on using the word bitch? I'm gonna start with that nigga.
No, honestly, I don't think I use it that much. Like I said, I think it only should be used. I think the only acceptable reason it can be used would be if you're trying to enhancing a joke,
Okay.
you know, or if you're having sex with your lady, you say, "You my bitch." Then she may go for it, but that's between you two. But you know, I don't think that. I mean, like everybody was saying, like you say, "Oh, that's my bitch over there." My whole thing would be, did you have to use that word?
Right.
To me, it seemed like you went out your way to use that word, and now since you went out your way, to me, if you say, "Oh, that's my bitch over there," you said to me, I'll probably look at you and be like, "You acting like a bitch because you trying to protect her from me." I'll probably look at you like, "You acting like a bitch right now," which is you acting like a female.
Me, I'm the opposite. I'd be like, hey, that nigga. Oh, girl over there? Yeah, go get it.
Oh,
And that'd
girl.
be my girl.
Oh, girl.
But that'd be my girl. I'd be like, go get it. Cause
But
if she
you didn't
go,
say that bitch.
Nah, I wouldn't need to.
See that? But
Okay.
if you said it, I'd be like,
Yeah.
"Damn," you know, like
That's
you
how
said,
you
that's
feel
my
about
bitch.
your
Look,
lady?
No, it's not even that. It's like,
But see,
you trying to.
me and that nigga that been in spots, and I'd be like, hey, Nick, that nigga, go holler at old girl. Real talk. That's my lingo. Go holler at old girl. He don't know that I know her.
Yeah.
He don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? He just know that, man, my man put me on her. I'ma go. Now, if she go, then yeah, that's that bitch now. Cause she didn't win. That's that bitch.
So after she did what she did, she the bitch.
Right. That's that bitch.
To buy.
You know what I'm saying?
What you got, Remy?
Well, to elaborate on both of my guys right here, just of the life that I've lived, bitch is a part of my vocabulary. I mean, that's just first and foremost.
Right.
Of everything, and my man just said something earlier. I have a dream that we no longer will call women bitches. It's a lie.
Not gonna happen.
But you guys will still act like bitches. And some of you will still get called out. I'm just going to say that in hindsight, of all life, I shouldn't call a lot of women bitches. But you guys are still out there.
What you got, Lucky?
Which
You
one?
go ahead. I'm saying.
Which one?
You.
After this terminology, do you feel that you may change or keep doing what you do when it comes to using the word bitch?
I'm gonna keep doing what I do. Simply because, I mean,
Y'all all bitches to me.
Right. He's smiling as he's talking, you know.
They all bitches to me.
I mean, man, A bitch is a bitch, like Too Short said. However, you know what I'm saying, man. You can't be on the phone with me and then click over on the line and come back and be like, man, that's my bitch on the other line. Man, I'm gonna call you back. Yada yada yada. Man, this bitch talking about woo woo woo, whatever. You know what I'm saying, man. And then not expect me to call you back and be like, man, what was that bitch talking about?
Yeah, we will never do the Lucky saying man shot game. Cause right there he said 6 times.
We're gonna lose.
Yeah, everybody be spending the night in the basement. What you got, Nola? Why you so soft spoken today? I'm not used to this. You so
I'm almost turned off. Like
yeah,
usually
you got your Oprah voice.
She like Nicki Minaj. Her words turn you on. It's like
and her shirt say cuffing season.
And her shirt say cuffing season. And the last one before that, woo.
She's nobody's ex.
I don't use it. You know, not with my friends or anything like that, and I don't want any female to use it against, you know, to me or men, but it does happen, and I know with men, because I have men friends, that's how you all talk. So when y'all doing y'all little man thing,
it don't bother you.
no, it's like a tree in the forest.
Last but not least, how do you feel about? Oh, you right. Oh yeah, you right, Flynn. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well. I think it's a respect issue. You know what I'm saying? Respect me and I respect you. You know, I got a potty mouth, so probably like every couple words, if I'm not in business,
it's a cuss word.
I'm cussing, and you know, it's something I'm trying to slow down, you know, myself. But, you know, if you don't want to be called that word, then you shouldn't call other people that word.
Yeah.
So, you know, it just is what it is, and it ain't going.
Yeah. So. All right, Flint, what you got?
All right, well, I got a 2-part, because you know my closing arguments always got 2 parts. Number one, I try, like I said, I try to use every other substitute for bitch that I can.
Which one?
Like, give me some examples of a good substitute for bitch.
I say broad a lot. I do. I say that a lot, just to try to substitute, because you might not necessarily be acting like a bitch, but a lot of females act like broads. Yeah. And when I say broads, man, it's the same residents from the 1950s when they called them broads, because they they didn't really do shit, they didn't really understand. It's just what it is.
Yeah.
Now my other part of that is that, you know, if I'm with Nola or Chef or, you know what I'm saying, man, Risha, or, you know what I'm saying, man, Candy, any one of them
your females
that I know, and a motherfucker call them a bitch, nigga, just know it's a bullet coming with that indeed.
Okay, and on that note,
all them bitches, man, fuck them.
That's all I'm saying. Like, man, like if they out with me, you got to understand what company you keep. I don't keep bitches as company. You know what I'm saying? Literally, bitches. You will never see me with bitches. So if you ever see me with a female, best believe she's not a bitch. Period.
What about the one I saw you with last night?
You didn't see me with a bitch last night because you would never see me with bitches.
He just told you.
She was a whore. You're right. You paid her.
I don't pay. They pay me. So that might have been a whore, but I was getting paid.
Flint the pimp.
So I'm saying you will never see me out on the town, out anywhere in public with a bitch. Period. So every female you see me with, don't call her a bitch because she's not one.
All right, I'm gonna close with I'm gonna bite off Flint the Pimp with 2. My first one is I don't like the word because, like I said, I just feel it's derogatory. Yes, I've used it, but you know, I've been pushed to a point. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to bring that up. You know what I'm saying? They need to bring it out. And I would never look at my woman as my bitch, because as far as my woman, my lady, and my guys, I don't hang around bitches. You know what I'm saying? Bitches just keep up too much shit as a male or female. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of why I don't really use it. And 2, shout out to H. Kurt being knocked the fuck out on the couch the whole time through the podcast. He's a diehard. He's a true believer in the podcast.
Can he get a slow clap? Can he get a
slow clap? Well, we might wake him up. You know what I'm saying? The slow clap be kind of loud. You know what I'm saying? And this was not a podcast to address why we, you know, will or will not do a non-profane show because I don't think it's gonna happen. But if you got $5,000,
we'll make it happen.
Yeah, you want to give us that to do a non-profane show? Oh,
We'll
it'll
make
be
it
a
happen.
bunch of gosh gollies around this motherfucker here. Please believe. And on that note,
We'll say mofo.
Stezo's thought of the day.
Okay, hope y'all enjoyed that show. We wanted to tackle the whole B word, bitch word because of a lot of comments we get from listeners, especially the women. A lot of women say we use it too much. Now, again, Stezo Radio is for adults only. It's also a podcast where it's men talking. When men get together, this is how we talk. Not every man, of course, but when me and my friends get together, this is how we talk. I don't use the bitch word a lot. I don't see anything wrong with using the bitch word, but those people who do, I understand. I don't think that we come off harsh with it. I just think for some, they just don't like hearing it so much. And I understand. But you got to understand that we're not going to change to suit everyone. I understand that there are people out there who don't like that word, who just don't like the way we talk because we curse, period. And if that's you, then you shouldn't listen. It's very clear that you shouldn't listen because you don't like those things. And to the person who sent us the inbox saying they was playing the show one day and they was giving us a chance by playing the show in the car one day with kids. I mean, first off, that was a no-no. It says adults only. All of our social media outlets have adults only real big. It's real big for a reason because we don't want that surprise to come across when you listen and you hear these, these topics, these views, this language. So you shouldn't have done that shit in the first place. I mean, my kids don't listen to the show. So I don't understand why you would even sit up there and play something that says adults only. When you first hit the play button, clear as day, you hear the voice tag say Stezo Radio is for adults only. So don't inbox us upset because your kids heard it and use the fucking reason why they heard it. That's stupid as hell. But to the rest of y'all, man, thank y'all for the support. Thank y'all for the support. Keep sharing the show with your family and your friends and your co-workers. Not your kids, not your little itty bitty baby cousins, nieces and nephews if they're under the age. Please don't do that unless you feel, they can handle it. And again, that's your choice. And get ready for another Ask Them Dudes. Start sending in your questions. If you want to be in on the calls when we do the live call-in shows, just let us know. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Stezo Radio for those times and those days when we will be doing the live call-in. So you can call in. We actually going to do a call-in Ask Them Dudes. So if you want to be a part of that, man, again, follow us. Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.